Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Planet Alien here on YouTube. Long time no see, no video. What the fuck? I know. I'm sorry. But I just actually watched episode 4. I believe it was episode 4. Yeah, episode 4. The Midnight Club. I finally watched it because I'm like fucking like 10 episodes behind. I just keep getting more and more behind, and it's like freaking me the fuck out. But yeah, so I am here to make my Ranview of episode 4 of season 3 of Riverdale. Now, I know we're on episode like 10, 11, whatever. I know we're like in the future right now, but I'm bringing us back to the past for a minute because I just got back into Riverdale and I just got back into making my reviews, so I didn't want to just start making them with the newest episode. I wanted to start also with the episodes I missed, and of course you already know what's going to happen after this episode. I personally do not. I know a few little bits and pieces that happened so far in the season, but nothing huge or big, like who shot Hiram Lodge. Yeah, I had the pleasure of finding that out, that he got shot, and I was like, fuck. But you know what? That's my own fault for, not being on top of my Riverdale shit and still going online and being like, Riverdale, Riverdale, oh my gosh. Like, I try to refrain because I don't want to know too much, but I want to know enough. But I don't want to know too much, So, anyways, hello. Oh, my ring light's not exactly fixing my face. Hold on. Okay, as you can see, real quick, I got my septum pierced. I have a little ring light now, so my videos are a little better quality because the lighting in here sucks. So it's a little better quality. And I got my lips that I just love. I love these little lips. Like, lips. I love this lipstick. But anyways, and you can't really see. Oh, you can't see on camera at all. It's very odd. Wait, let me try the blue lighting. You can kind of see. You can't really see, but in person, I have actual teal in my hair. I mean, I used to be brown and blonde, but I have some teal in my hair now that I'm digging. I don't know, I'm going through a little thing. Let me change the light. Perfect, okay. And then got some highlighter on because, Jeffrey, how you doing? Hi, how are you? Love Jeffrey. Okay, anyway, sorry, enough about me. Maybe I'll make a video, like, going on about, like, what's been going on in my life, because there's a lot, and also some things I want to talk about, and hold on. Okay, no one important. No. Okay, anyways, into my review. Oh, first, let me start by saying I'm so sorry I have been MIA. Like, literally MIA. To be honest, I want to say I miss my Twitter, but at the same time, I don't. I do want to get back on it once I get caught up on Riverdale, but at the same time, there's certain things about it I don't miss. And also, like, I don't know, it's just, since I've been in college, I've kind of evolved, but devolved, and I've kind of not found myself just yet, but lost myself sometimes along the way, more so than others, other times, not other people. So, yeah, I'm sorry I've been MIA. I know that a lot of you have been waiting for my reviews and have still stood by me, even though I have been MIA, basically. Unless you follow me on Instagram, then you basically know some of the things going on in my life, which is just a picture half the time, or a selfie, But I want to thank you so fucking much. Let me turn this down. I get so uncomfortable filming videos when I have people around that can listen. Thankfully, my roommate, my bestie Maddie, who recently just kind of moved in with me because my roommate stays with her boyfriend most of the time, so my bestie Maddie just moved in right next to me, like right at this bed over here, and so she's gone for the weekend, so I finally thought, ooh, alone time. I need my alone time. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you probably know I like alone time. Like, a lot. A lot. But nothing wrong with that, dude. College does not mean you have to keep going, and you have to keep being social. Sometimes it means fucking going to bed at 8 o'clock, or sometimes it means staying in your bed, or sometimes it means watching YouTube videos all day. Like, you don't always have to go out and be social. Just saying it. If you're in college, just remember that. But yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry, and thank you so much for still sticking by me. Not only subscribing still, and still keeping yourself subscribed to my channel, but just for still commenting on videos, even though I haven't posted one in forever. Thank you. And to all the new people who have just recently found me, hello, if you're watching this if you're, well, clearly you're watching this for the first time, but hello, this is the first time you're meeting me in more of a present setting, not more so of a past setting with all the old videos. So hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing my Ranview that I need to get started on because I'm just rambling on, I don't even know. But thank you, I'm sorry, I love you. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys still actually caring about my videos, honestly, because I don't know, I make videos and then I just second guess them and then I delete them and then I post them and then I take them off and I'm like, oh. I've tried to make videos before, but it didn't feel right because I didn't feel right making a video that wasn't my Ranview. Because if I'm gonna come back, I wanted it to be with my Ranview, you know? I didn't just want to come back and be like, hey guys, this is my new video. Oh, the Ranviews? Eventually. You know, I wanted to come back with a Ranview, you know? And of course I'm gonna continue on. Just please give me time. I mean, I'm gonna of course watch couple more episodes today because I do have plans to get lunch with my friend, but I am going to watch some more episodes today and kind of also clean. So yes, I will continue on making these reviews and I hope you continue watching them, and I completely understand if you don't want to watch this review because one, you already seen this episode, two, you already know what happened after this episode, and three, because this episode came out like 3 months ago, whatever, so I understand completely if you don't want to watch it. It's just for me to personally put it on there because I want to. So, let's get into the review, shall we? I don't know, I'm weird. Can I take a sip of my coffee? Because, you know, spill the tea. Oh, that's always pleasant. My hair got caught. Okay. Okay. So, my review. 1 minute, let me get myself together. Okay, so the Midnight Club. Let's just take a moment to that. The Midnight Club. The Midnight Club. Sounds like a club name. I wonder if there is a club name called the Midnight Club. I bet there is. There probably is. What am I saying? There's probably like a bunch of them, but whatevs. The Midnight Club. Love the name. I personally would have went for something like the Aliens, but you know, that's just me, you know. But yeah, the Midnight Club. So, basically, this episode, like I said, you're probably already thinking, like, bitch, I know what this episode's about, I know what happened, I know what's gonna happen, like, you know, you're a little late to the party. But just pretend like I just started watching Riverdale and this is my first review ever. Let's just pretend, okay? So the Midnight Club consisted of, because we all know about this game, Gargoyles and, oh my god, Gargoyles and, oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, so I had a total mind space. It's, Griffins and Gargoyles, and that is the game that is what basically started everything in a way. So basically, in present time, we're gonna go back to the past with the parents, but in present time, basically, there is this game going around, Gargoyles and Griffins and Gargoyles, basically. And it's not a good game. Not at all. No, no, no. But then again, curiosity got the cat, but in the end, the cat still got what it was curious about. So, me. I would play this game. Yes, I could find out this person died, these three died, and I'd still fucking play that game. Because I'm intrigued and I want to know what's gonna fucking happen. So I'm gonna play. You know? Whatever may come, comes. But anyways, I would play personally. I'm gonna be honest, I would play. No matter how many deaths I heard about, I'm gonna fucking play because I want to. Which, Jughead. Jughead. Boy, you got like the devil in your eyes at the end. Like, at the end, okay, wait. First off, Jughead, you got involved in this, and now you got Tony, Cheryl, Things, and Sweet Pea involved. What are you doing? You and Betty should be the only ones working on this. And when it comes to the game, you definitely should not be inviting more people into it, dude. Like, I guess you can't really play by yourself, but like, dude, like, I'm you, but also like, dude, I'm Betty, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is something you do not play with. And when he's like, I'm in step 3, I'm almost about, or level 3, I'm going to ascend soon. And he just like looks like that. And I was like, oh my god. Ooh, this is getting me. Ooh, Jughead? Like, can we see Dark Jughead? Because, like, hello, yes. But, like, Jughead's eyes were like the devil. And when he was like, I can't remember the exact word, but he was like, I'll be the ruler soon or whatever. I was like, wait, is Betty dreaming? Because that sounds like a weird thing to say. And it was like, nope, she's not dreaming. This is actually happening. Like, Jughead's far down this fucking rabbit hole. He ain't gonna die, though. Like, that's one thing I know. Jughead, Archie, Veronica, and Betty, those 4 for sure are not gonna die. I mean, Kevin and them too, but, like, for sure, Jughead, Betty, Archie, and Veronica, and Cheryl. I mean, you're not gonna kill off Cheryl. Or, like, you're not gonna kill off really any of the main, okay? I just don't see it happening. And if it does happen, it will be a little bit later down the line. Then again, who knows if someone dies at the end of this? Because, like, I don't know how the show's going completely so far, so who's to say someone doesn't die in the midst of this game played now by the kids, which we're now about to get into the parents. So yeah, Jughead is deep in this game, and that is not good. And now he has, like I said, Tony, Cheryl, Sweet Pea, and Fangs involved. No. Even Betty knew not to play this game. Yes, she's going to investigate, that's a given, but even she knew not to get involved with this game. Now, that's not to say she doesn't eventually, because I'm pretty sure she does. But for right now, even she knows not to get involved. But Jughead, he's going. And I'm not nervous for him, but I am nervous for him. I'm not nervous that he's going to die. I'm just nervous about where is this going to end up, Jughead? I really don't know. But you know what? We'll just see. I don't think anything bad really is going to come to it. But then again, we're not at the end of the season, so the gargoyle thing's still going on. Also, can I say, you know who they got to play Edgar Evan? I'm going to let you get in a second. Think about it. Just think about it, if you don't already know. Chad Michael Murray. You guys know who that is, right? Lucas Scott, One Tree Hill, A Cinderella Story. Basically, one of the first loves of my life. I loved him. One Tree Hill was my show when I grew up. One Tree Hill was my holy grail when I grew up. Charm, Seventh Heaven, One Tree Hill, those are my holy grails. And I was, since the beginning, Lucas Scott. I loved Chad Michael Murray. I was in love with him. So in love with him. Like, One Tree Hill was just everything to me. So when I found out that Chad Michael Murray is going to be playing this fucking cult leader, Edgar Evernever, I was like, what? On one hand, I'm like, hell fucking yes. This is perfect. Don't get me wrong, I love Brian, and I loved him in Charmed, but Chad Michael Murray is so good looking, can be so charming, and he's going to be as Edgar. And it's just like, I can see why people want to be in his cult. Because I haven't even met him yet, and I'm like, can I sign up for your cult? Like, I'm sorry, but like, it's Chad Michael Murray. Dude, I will say, Roberto, you did a great job on that. Not only did you do a great job on Anthony Michael Hall, which I'm going to get into, but you also did a great job on Chad Michael Murray as Edgar. Because he's beautiful to look at, he's charming, he's just everything that a cult leader has, basically, without that kind of, but of course he's going to also have that craziness to him. But like, Chad Michael Murray is coming to Riverdale. I am so excited, and I'm like, damn it, I know I'm not going to like you because you're a shady little bitch, but at the same time, I'm going to love you because you're Chad Michael Murray, and at the same time, I'm going to understand why people are choosing to be in your cult, because look at you, and I can already hear him talking and being all charming and charismatic and like being all spiritual and free, and I'm just like, oh fuck, this is not going to be good for me. But that doesn't mean I'm Team Edgar just yet. I gotta see this dude a little more and go into the episodes a little more before I start. But so far, don't trust you. Plus, you're a cult leader, dude. Cult leaders are never a good thing, okay? Especially when you're throwing babies in fires. Just saying. Um, Okay, so yeah, I just had to put that in there because Chad McMurray. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, moving on. Now, let's get into what this episode was about, the Midnight Club. So this episode focused on the parents of the younger cast. This focused on younger characters. Here, there you go. So basically, the parents of Betty, Archie, Veronica, Jughead, Reggie, Hi, wait, basically the kids. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Basically the kids. Yeah, I was basically, you are right. Okay, so anyways, sorry, I'm just like totally off my game right now. But, so yeah, the parents of Betty, Archie, all them are in this episode. This is what it's about them. So basically, we have a young Penelope, we have a young Hiram, we have a young Hermione, we have a young Fred, we have a young FP, we have a young Alice, we have a young Sierra, we have a young Tom, we have a young Charles, or not Charles, young Reggie, because I don't really know his dad's name, so young Reggie. And then we have a young Daryl, who is also Dylan Doyley's dad, which could also be the killer, which I will get into in a sec. But, okay, so, sorry if I didn't explain that perfectly, but, I'm getting back into the flow of things. But anyways, so the Midnight Club is focused on these people. It first starts out with, of course, Fred, Penelope, Hermione, Alice, FP, and Sierra. First starts out with them, because they get Saturday Detention run by Anthony Michael Hall. And now I'm going to insert that video, oh god, ew, no, don't ever look at that again. That's my fat arms. I didn't like that. Oh my god, I'm taking that out. Maybe not, but okay, yeah. Anyways, okay, so, Anthony Michael Hall, I fucking love him. Weird Science, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, oh, not Pretty in Pink, sorry, 16 Candles, like, I just love him. I just love him so much. Yeah, I don't know. I just love him so much. Even as a grown adult, I would still, get with that. Yeah, I just love him. So him being the principal for that show at the time being was a plus in my book. I did really like that. And it is kind of cool because we have, like, all these people coming from, like, the Breakfast Club kind of thing. Like, we've had him, Anthony Michael Hall, Molly Ringwald, we've had people come in, and it's been really awesome. Like, I don't know, I like it, I feel like I'm missing someone. I feel like Judd Nelson came in, but I don't want to say he did for sure because I can't remember. But we did have 2 people so far from the Breakfast Club come in, so I did like that. But anyway, so Anthony Michael Hall is the is the principal at this time that Alice and all them are students at Riverdale High. So, they all are just complete opposites of what you see now as them. Like, how you see the adults now? Well, they were completely different before, when they were kids. But then, once that game got into their hands, that changed them into the people they are today. Some good, some bad, you see. So basically, they decide to play this game, and at first it's just fun, and it's a way to escape reality, and that's another thing about why, now, let me go back to the present. That's why in the present now, why everyone's getting this book and everyone's playing, because they want to escape reality. Yeah, they're not taking the seriousness of it all, and they don't give a shit, but that's because they want to escape reality, and also because they're probably like, oh, whatever, this game didn't kill anyone, stop being dramatic, but also like, hello, Dilton and fucking Ben. But yeah, I understand why people are so drawn to wanting to play this game, because you want to escape reality, like, no matter what, you want to escape reality, and even the parents say, when they are playing it in school at their age, that this was a way for them to escape reality, to escape their homes, their issues, their family issues, their own issues, So I understand why the game is so attracting, and whoever's doing this knows that, He's really making these people really get involved in this game to a point where they don't want to kind of stop playing. Or when they do, they just think about it or see it around, and it's very dangerous. But so, they all start playing, and it's innocent enough. But then things, it's innocent enough, and I don't know, fuck, I'm trying to, like, I haven't done this in so long. I'm trying to word it the best. Okay, let me just go around. Okay, first let's talk about Alice, because she's pregnant with FP's baby. Okay, wait. Also, let me say that. I'm sorry I'm getting off topic, but it all goes together. FP is wearing a Leatherman jacket. You know, FP is on the football team. FP's trying not to be from the south side. He's trying to be from the north side. Whereas Alice is like, fuck that, I'm from the south side, bitch, what's up? You want to fight me? I'll fight you. You know? Which is so crazy to me, because then we see Alice now, who's like, I was never a serpent, I'm not from the south side, I'm perfect, you know, before, a little, she's gotten better now. But, and then you see FP like, dude, I'm from the south side, I'm a serpent, like, you need to accept who you are, Alice, you'll always be a serpent. And I'm like, wow, that's a change, because when they're younger, it's the other way around, but when they're older, then it's FP embracing his serpent side and Alice being like, nope, not a serpent, never was, never knew what that was, blah, blah, blah. And it's just so cool to see that. Also, nerdy Hermione and nerdy Penelope, what is with all the fucking glasses? All these people be wearing glasses. Like, seriously, Reggie, you know, playing his father, whatever his father's name is, had on some fucking ugly-ass glasses that reminded me of Jeffrey Dahmer glasses, except they had some yellow tint, and I was like, what the fuck is this? What are you wearing? But, like, everyone in the fucking world has glasses, apparently, which, you know, they eventually, you know, take off. Well, Hermione does. But yeah, so we have Hermione. I mean, it's so crazy to see them and then see them now. But it also explains why they are the way they are now. Not so much for Hiram, because Hiram's always kind of been a shady piece of shit, bad person, so this really didn't affect him in any way. Wow, maybe he's the killer. That would not be surprising. It could, honestly, it could be him. We don't know. But yeah. So, I mean, of course we have Penelope, who's a fucking teacher's pet, and it's like, oh my god, her fucking story, ew, incest runs in this fucking family, apparently, but she literally was adopted from an orphanage, at 8 years old. Mind you, they were only looking for redheads at 8 years old, and she met her brother, and not a normal conventional, hey, this is your brother, you guys are gonna grow up together. No, and more of a, hey, this is your brother, you're eventually gonna marry him. Oh, wow. The Blossom family is so fucked up. Like, so fucking fucked up. Cheryl, thank God, is changing that, but it is so fucking fucked up. Like, I, like, 8 years old is supposed to be your new brother, but instead, he's your future husband and lifetime companion. You have no choice. That's just how it is. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is so weird and disgusting. Okay, though, this is Blossom life. This is the Blossom family. Makes sense, okay? Also makes sense why Penelope is the way she is. I mean, it's crazy to see her as this nerdy teacher's pet, and then suddenly she's Penelope. Like, I'm an evil person, I'll do whatever I have to get what I want. And I can't believe, of all places to put her daughter, she puts her in the place that she was in for 8 years. Where, you know, Sisters of Quiet Mercy, whatever, you know, the worst place on earth. Yeah, just put your daughter in there because, you know, it's not like you weren't in there and had the worst experiences, I'm sure, and we're so excited to be adopted, only to find out you're gonna have to marry your brother. Granted, not your real brother, but he is basically your brother. Because if you grow up together from 8 and on, that's your brother. I don't care what you fucking say. You're 8 years old growing up with him, it's fucking gross. But, and, like, she just kind of accepts it really towards the end. Like, she's like, I don't ever want to leave Thornhill. And it's like, bitch, you don't ever leave. And you just get worse. Like, ugh, Penelope, girlfriend, please. When she was getting in a lot of fights, which, damn right. I mean, I was surprised that she smacked Alice back. First off, Alice, I'm hurt. Like, when she was like, hall passes, and then she asked Alice, and Alice is like, it's up your butt. I would have been like, bitch, like, why don't you go fucking find a hall pass, and then that's my hall pass. Like, simple as that. I would, when it comes to the parents as teenagers, I'm Alice, but when it comes to the kids now, in the present, I'm Jughead. Just saying. But I'm totally Alice. Um, as teenagers. So, yeah, so of course, Cheryl says something. Cheryl, Jesus. Penelope says something, and of course, she's scared of Alice, which you should be. Okay? She knows that. She's from the South Side. She's tough. Not saying that you're not, but she's tougher. And, although I do love when, like, um, I do love when Hermione was telling Sierra, like, shut up, like, this isn't your business. And I'm like, bitch, it wasn't your business either until you fucking knocked down the bathroom stall and was like, are you pregnant? So, no, Hermione, it ain't your business either, but you made it your business. So, I just found that funny that she said that to Sierra, because it's like, bitch, it wasn't your business either. And when they found out it was FP, they were like, FP? It's like, yeah, he might pretend to be this all-American football player, but no, that ain't him. And Alice let that out of the bag super quick, which was mean, but also I understood where she was coming from, and also, hold on, and also I didn't feel as bad, I mean, I felt bad because, like, when I hear his story, like, his dad fucking broke his arm because he doesn't want to be a part of the Serpents. Like, that's fucked up. Like, we're really seeing who these parents were before they were parents. Like, we're seeing them and their past lives and understanding why they are the way they are now. And that is what I love and need with this show. Because it's making me understand the parents so much better. And it also really helps to understand why they are the way they are now as adults. And that's what we need, because you need backstory to what made them change. And it was this game. But yeah, so Hermione, so um, Penelope and Alice, Penelope says some bitchy ass shit, like Cheryl would say, and so Alice fucking slaps the bitch, like, ooh, she slapped that bitch. And then Penelope decides to do the same, and then they're going at it, while Sierra and Hermione are trying to stop it, but also, like, kind of not being in the way of it, and I'm just like, bitches, let this happen. This needs to happen. And they're just pulling hair, of course, girly shit, and that's what gets them Saturday detention, all four of the girls. Now, how FP and Fred get detention is because FP has to streak, because, he's on the football team, he has to streak through the halls, and Fred volunteers to streak with him because he did it before, and he got some, loving from the ladies. So he's like, I'll do it again. And if you run really quick, it's all just a blur. So they decide to do that, which gets them in Saturday detention, which is how those six get into detention and how those six start to play the game. And then, well, first off, they only have detention for one day. And then they decide to do secrets and sins, and this is where Alice calls out FP because, here she is pregnant with his baby, not able to tell him, not really, not, like, wanting to tell him, but not able to, and also not wanting to, because it's like, here he is pretending to be someone else and fucking every person he sees, every vixen, and treating her kind of like shit, like she's not, like, that important. So she's pissed at him, and of course exposes him for his real life. And it really got deep. We had that, and we had, Hermione talking about how her mom wants, she wants her to have this good Catholic life, and she wants her to do what she does, which is clean, like, hotel rooms and toilets and all that stuff. And Hermione doesn't want that. At this time, she's, like, leaning towards Hiram. She sees Hiram as this person who can bring her up in the world, and that's what she wants. She doesn't want to stay down. She wants to go up and up and up. And then you have Fred, who's, like, having to take care of his sick dad, and how he wants to, even then, wants to stay in Riverdale for the rest of his life because that's his home, And then you have, of course, like I said, Penelope. You have her and her whole fucking gross, weird story. And then, her and Hermione start going at it, and then they start fighting, and then that leads to them getting four more Saturday detentions, which then leads to them growing closer. And when Fred shared his sandwich with FP, because FP has no food, I literally wanted to cry. It was so sweet. I literally could cry. And when they all start coming together and moving their seats together and all that stuff, I was like, This is beautiful. Like, this is beautiful. And I mean, Sierra and Tom, my God, they were so in love. It ended, but they were so in love. But they found their way back to each other, that I do know. In a more deep way, they did get married. I do know that. I do know that they got married. Or, as far as I'm concerned, they got married, or something might have happened and stopped them getting married. I don't know. We'll see. Because I haven't watched those episodes yet. I'm just kind of seeing snippets of things on Tumblr and YouTube and Instagram. But, yeah, Sierra and Tom, oh my God, they were so cute. Of course, the parents don't want them together because one's black, one's white. Racist ass bitches. Like, really? But they look so happy and so in love. Oh my God. They're so cute. Yeah, but that was really cute. I mean, everyone was shook when they were kissing because they were like, wait, you guys are together? Like, you guys kept that a secret? Damn. It's like they all go to, like, even Fred said, he's like, we've been going to school since kindergarten and together, and we don't know really anything about each other. And that's the honest to God truth. They really don't. Yeah, and it really broke my heart now that Fred had to, at the end, because Fred's dad died, of course, on the night when they were ascending and when they were on drugs. Not the best idea, guys, because, well, your principal ended up fucking dead. Somehow. Someone killed him. Someone set up everything. Someone knew. Like, did someone know that not Betty, did someone know that Alice would be the one to go into the bathroom, or was that set up for anyone? Because I feel like if it was set up just for Alice, I feel like by her trying to escape it would have made it worse. Because she did see the Gargoyle King. Like, who the fuck is the Gargoyle King? Is it Hiram? Could it be? Could it be Hiram Lodge? I mean, is it that far-fetched that it could be Hiram Lodge? Because someone killed the principal. Like, someone set it up to where one of the kids would die, but instead the principal happened to be the fall person because he just happened to come to the school because he heard some things about kids breaking in, this midnight club. So he just so happened to come to the school to check it out while Alice was leaving. I give her props. She did not take any drugs because she's pregnant. Good for her. Good. Like, good for you, girl, because I know some people would still be like, I don't even want to be pregnant. I'm taking some. But she did not take any, which is probably a good thing because everyone was fucking going insane. Also, Hermione, you're making out with, like, everybody, girlfriend. You went from, like, Fred to, Reggie's dad to Hiram. And I'm just like, okay, getting it, alright, got a little hickey over here, alright, I see you. But yeah, it was really sad because when they were doing this, like, ascending, you know, that's when Archie's dad died, when he came home to find him. I couldn't even imagine that, like, coming home to find your dad dead on the floor. Like, I couldn't imagine. And so, like, oh, damn it, I lost my fucking. So yeah, that broke my heart. And then, oh my God, what the fuck? Okay. Seeing that he had a passion for music was so amazing. Like, he had the drumsticks, he had the guitar. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is literally Archie, but in his dad form. And then, at the end. Sorry, my friend. And then at the end, his dad dies, and he decides that he's going to take over the family business, basically. So he sells his guitar, he sells his musical equipment, and he sets out on. Okay, sorry, my friend Lily just came, so I'm making her way out in the living room area so I can film the rest of this video. But yeah, it was really sad seeing him sell all this stuff and seeing him take over the family business. I really respect him for it. Fred is such a good dude. Like, he really is such a good fucking dude. And now I know, I'm not even gonna, like, I know, like, that's Fred and that's Alice, and I'm not saying, oh my God, Betty and Archie, no. I'm just saying when Fred and Alice kissed, I was happy because, first off, it's a KJ and Lily scene, and that makes me happy alone. And second off, it was a really sweet moment between two lonely and lost people, and like Alice even said, and it was just that fleeting, small little moment, but it was a beautiful moment, and I loved it. Also, I did love FP and Alice hooking up. I mean, he had her up against a wall, and I was just like, alright, I'm here for that. Yeah, and of all places for Alice and Fred to kiss in, I do like it that it was in the blue and gold. That is cool, because that's now where Betty works. basically Jughead. But anyways, so that was really sad, him having to give that up. And let me get a little more into like the game. So the game, they're playing the game. It's all innocent at first, and then, and as they're playing it, they run into. I love Cheryl. I mean, I love Penelope, of course. Another Cheryl thing she said. I'm in the mood for chaos, and I'm just like, but I love it because she set up FP and Hermione together, and Alice and Fred instead, because Alice and FP were going to choose each other, and Fred and Hermione were going to choose each other, but then Penelope was like, no, 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 no. FP, you're going with Hermione. Fred, you're going with Alice. And I was just like, ooh, I live for this. I think it was better that way anyways. Which, I mean, FP and Hermione found that super fucking quick. Hell yeah. Um, but no, so I did, yeah, she, of course, I'm in the mood for chaos. So yeah, so it's just those six playing it first, and then eventually they run into four other people, which is Tom, Kevin's dad, um, Reggie's dad, Daryl, who is Dilton Doyley's dad, and Hiram. They run into those four, so then they join the game, and then it becomes all of them, and then they get a letter saying they're invited to this ascending phase, level 3. And so they all go, at midnight like they usually do, and everything's already set up. And I was thinking that was weird. I honestly was like, oh, I'm so glad they put out food and drinks because, like, I need that. But then to find out that neither Cheryl or Daryl did it, oh my god, neither Penelope or Daryl did it is pretty fucking crazy. Because, like, when I found that out, I was like, well, then who the fuck set it up? Also, yeah, clearly it wasn't them because who the fuck wrote in the bathroom, flip for your fate, all over the fucking place? Like, what happens when you see that? What do you do? Like, did someone, whoever put that up there, did they just, like, clean it up? I'm guessing they did because that was never brought up. And if I was the janitor or anybody, I'd be like, what the fuck? Maybe they thought it was just someone playing like a game or just fucking vandalizing, but that was weird. It was all over the fucking place. Um, so yeah, so they all are playing this game. So they go to this Ascension night, and of course Hiram, being a bad seed that he is, brings some drugs. They all do it except Alice because she's pregnant, and they're all acting really fucking crazy, dude. They're out of it at this point. I don't know what the fuck, but they're out of it at this point. They're so into the game, and they're also on drugs, which is not a good combination. They're running around. Their eyes are just like all crazy. People are making out with people. It's just crazy things happening. And, Alice is just like, she sees this find your flip for your fate, and then she sees this fucking gargoyle king, and she's like, I'm out of here. I'm done. And then as she's about to leave, Principal Featherhead comes in, and she slips out quietly, because she doesn't want to be caught. Well, she goes home, and she tries to get a hold of the Midnight Club, but can't. So the next day at school, she goes to see Principal Featherhead, and lo and behold, he's not there, He's not missing yet, but he's just not there yet. So she finds that odd, and she still hasn't seen any of the Midnight Club. Then she eventually runs into Hermione, who tells her what happened that night. And it's not what she was expecting, but it was that Fred's dad died. So that's basically what happened. Well, soon the principal is missing. Soon he's reported that he is actually missing. No one can find him. He's gone. He is missing. No one knows where he went. So, of all people, mind you, of all people, Alice is like, we need to go to the cops. Okay, we need to tell them what happened, what we did, because, like, she's telling them about these cups, and she's telling them about this Gargoyle King, and she's telling them that something is really fucking wrong here, and that something is going on, because clearly someone's watching them, because someone's watching them, and I just don't know who. Is it from the inside, or is it from the outside? But, so, she wants to go to the cops, but they do not, they don't want to, and of course people start pointing fingers, and of course I knew that was going to happen. Penelope's gonna point a finger at Alice and stuff, and it's like, bitch, Alice is the only one who wasn't doing drugs and acting crazy, and also she left. Like, she is being honest. She saw the principal. Like, if she killed him, she wouldn't tell you she saw him, would she? No. But, clearly after she left, something happened. I don't know if it was because of the drugs or the game, but someone killed the principal. Someone killed him. Or maybe he saw the chalice and just drank him just to see what it was for himself. Or someone perhaps really did kill him. Now, was that one of the kids? Or now, was that the Gargoyle King? Or is that one and the same? Because it's very much so trying to say one of those people out of the group killed him. Something happened that night that we do not know of that ended with the principal dead and hidden in a closet. That's another thing. If he was to drink the chalice on his own, why would he end up in the closet with it locked and with writings all over the wall? So clearly, something much darker is at work here, which is obvious. But clearly, either one of the kids killed him, or the Gargoyle King, or those are one and the same. Higher Lodge. Just saying, maybe it's a possibility, you never know. But yeah, so he ends up dead, and of course Alice wants to go to the cops about this, but everyone else is like, no, we're gonna hide everything, we're gonna get rid of everything, we're gonna pretend like this never happened. I could not believe Alice was the only one that wanted to go to the cops, because of all people, Alice. But she wanted to, and no one else did. So they hide everything, and that's when everything goes back to normal in the sense that they don't talk to each other anymore, they don't acknowledge each other, they don't smell to each other anymore, they're strangers yet again. But also, it changes in the way that who are they and who they become now. Because Hermione finally strips herself of everything her mom wants her to be and expects her to be, and she full on just goes with Hiram, and of course he's putting on that pearl necklace that it is iconic with Veronica, and she's like, where'd you get it? He's like, don't worry about it. It's like, yep, already that sketchy dude that we all see now. And then you have Fred, now he's in the family business and he gave up his passion, which was music. And then you have FP, who was trying to have a normal life and try to get away from the South Side, but now he's like, fuck it. I'm in the South Side. I'm going to be a serpent. I'm no longer FP Jones, the football player, hooking up with all these hot girls that now won't ever look at me because I'm a Southside Serpent. He's not that person anymore. He decides that who he is before and while playing this game is not who he is after, and so forth on. And then you have Alice. Finding out that she's pregnant changed her from being Alice from the South Side to Alice from the North Side, and to her, gravitating, of course, towards Hal Cooper, who later turns out to be a serial killer. You're not the best at picking men, Alice, sorry. But it leads towards Hal Cooper, which I also like that they include that. And she changes her appearance, she becomes more proper and stuff. It just changes, every person, like, Tom and Sierra, they break up. Sierra kind of changes how she looks, and Tom gets into things that, like the RR thing, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. That club that he gets into. But Sierra kind of changes how she looks, and, Cheryl or Penelope is like, I never want to leave Thornhill, and she's wearing red now, all of a sudden a lot of red, and, they all change in different ways that you now see as they're older. But as they're older, they're also changing and also kind of going back to who they used to be before this tragedy happened, and they let the guilt get to them. Because the guilt really affected them and changed them, which is a good thing because you should feel guilty. Something happened that night. Something went on. Something did happen, okay? And it started with this fucking game, and an innocent guy, as far as we know innocent, died. So I love that we got to see how they were in high school, and then I love that moment where we see why they changed into the people they are now. And now, watching them now, they're still changing and still evolving and still finding themselves. Because after that tragedy happened, I think each and every one of them kind of lost themselves. And I think now they're kind of refinding themselves in a way. So I love that, kind of like, I really love that. Like, I love seeing the whole backstory. I love seeing them young. I love seeing why they changed, why they are the way they are. It's just so interesting to me. And I am really glad that, that Alice told Betty, which, I mean, Betty has proof that, hello, you guys played the game and someone ended up dead with blue on their lips, so clearly something is going on that you know of. So I'm glad that Alice finally told her. And, like, Betty was honest, she's not going to stop investigating, but she won't play the game yet. But she also won't stop investigating, which I wouldn't either. Who the fuck is this Gargoyle King? Why are you in this fucking costume? And you're in this costume? Like, dude, whoever's in this costume literally is watching everyone. It's just, he knows what's going on. Like, it has to be, I'm guessing it has to be one of the kids. Because if the Gargoyle King from when the parents were young and the Gargoyle King from now are the same, clearly it has to be someone who was young when they started being the Gargoyle King. Unless it's Edgar, who never fucking ages, apparently, you know? I don't know. But I love this episode. I really did love this episode. I want to make sure I don't forget anything before I end this episode, before I end this video. Well, I think I've covered just about everything. I mean, also, can we talk about Tom saying to Sierra, I'll wait for you? And it's like, you guys each went your own separate ways and kind of found your own loves, but then you find your road back to each other. And I love that. Because they loved each other, but they had to cut ties, you know, they had to close this chapter. There was too much guilt between them and what's gone on that they needed to close it and kind of move on from it and, you know, move towards something new and just try and bury this as deep as possible. All of them did. So, I did fucking love this episode so much. It was really good because I loved seeing the parents young. I loved seeing their story. I loved seeing why they changed. I loved seeing why they are the way they are. It was so interesting to me. And also, who fucking killed the principal, because clearly he did not drink the chalice on his own and then go into a closet, lock it, and then fucking carve things into it. You know, clearly he didn't do that on his own. So someone is involved in this somehow, and either it's someone inside that group or it's someone outside who's just watching these people in Riverdale a little too closely. But yeah, that is my Ranview of episode 4 of Riverdale. I will continue on with my Ranviews, don't worry. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry it was long, kind of all over the place, but I haven't done this in a long time, and I was trying to get everything out, and there were so much things popping in my head that I wanted to talk about before I forgot. So yeah, I just want to say that. Also, another suspect for who could be the killer is maybe Daryl, Dilton Doiley's dad, maybe? I doubt it, but you never know. I mean, you never know. He could be the killer. You never know. He could be the Gargoyle King. You never know. But then again, his son died, so like, I don't know. Maybe. Hiram Lodge is more who I'm leaning towards, but I guess we'll see. Only because Hiram Lodge is an evil person, so of course I'm gonna lean towards him more. But yeah, I fucking thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I can't wait to watch the rest, and I can't wait to catch up so I can finally actually like watch videos and get on Tumblr and Twitter and Instagram and actually really look at everything Riverdale instead of just like skimming through so I don't like catch anything too big. But I hope you guys enjoyed my Ranview. If you stood to the end, thank you so much. I'm sorry again that this is all over the place. I gotta get back into my rhythm. But yeah, I really loved this episode, and that was my Ranview of episode 4, and I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you enjoyed your stay at Planet Nalien. So I'm gonna go, and yeah,